I didn't do well at school. So I did not do well at school. It's amazing, isn't it? I'm coming to schools and I'm talking and I got kicked out of school. Now my family life was traumatic. It was, I talk about the drama. Oh, terrible stuff going on in my home. It was not a safe place. And a lot of that has continued within my family. But the thing with my family, what they did with me is they cast me out. They kicked me out. They isolated me right from the beginning. I'm always mindful of what I share. I don't want to, make anybody too uncomfortable or upset. My biological father, he was a very violent person. He ended up in prison for hurting women and children. And so he attacked my mum. She got pregnant. So me and my mum have never been close. My mother cannot be close with me. Last time I saw her, she couldn't even be near me. If she's near me, she starts to shake. She gets really upset. So I never had a close relationship with my mum, so I was always on the outside. And because of that, I was more hungry for my family's love. I pursued it much longer than what I should have. So I had a lot of healing to do. And so writing was a big part of that. That's how I became a writer. And I understand you guys have been reading kura.
The other class, sorry.
Oh, not you guys.
This is the older class.
Oh, okay. All right. See you guys.
They're aware of it.
Oh, okay. So you guys are porangiru.
Also, they haven't started yet.
Oh, you haven't started yet, huh? Okay. Yeah. So as you can see, I've written a lot of books. Writing became my thing at school. Have you guys seen any of my talks? Have you know anything about me?
Most of us are pretty fresh.
That's not a bad thing. It's me working out what stories to tell. There's a lot of videos of me talking online, you see. So I'm always conscious of what to share and what not to share. So I did not do well at school because of all the stuff that was going on in my home. It was very hard for me to concentrate. Like school for me was my safe place. I didn't like school, but it was a safe place. It was a place where I felt okay. I was always a kid that was very nervous and always watching, ready to run. I was ready to run, ready to get out of there if anything happens. So school, it was pretty full on. School was the safe place for me. Home was full on. But I didn't do well at school. I did not do well at school at all. So even as a little fella, I would go to school and I'd go to the classroom and I'd sit down with all the other kids. And the bell would go, and this teacher would walk across the school. And I'd be watching out the window, and I'd watch her. She'd walk all the way across the school, and she'd walk into our classroom, and she'd look over at me, and she'd go, "Timothy, come with me, please." And she'd take me by the hand, and she'd take me across the school into a little room. And in that little room, she would help me with my maths and my reading, because I was behind all the other kids. So I ended up in special classes for everything. Every subject I ended up in special classes for. I even had to see a lady in the staff room, a different lady, and she was a speech therapist, and she had to help me talk properly because I couldn't talk properly. One of the things she helped me to focus on was how to pronounce TH words correctly. So she would sit in front of me and she would say, "Now Timothy, watch my mouth." And she'd go, "This, then, there, that." And I had to copy her over and over again until I could pronounce TH words correctly. So I did not do well at school. Then one day, this new teacher showed up. Brand new teacher, straight out of Teachers Training College. Me and my mate, we ended up in her class. Oh, I like this teacher. I was 10 years old, and I was going to marry her. I adored her. And one Saturday morning, my mate, he comes to my house, He comes to my house. He comes in and goes, "Hey, Tim, our new teacher, she just lives up the road." I looked at him and said, "What?" Doubt it. And he goes, nah, she does, man. She just lives up the road. I'm looking at him thinking, whatever. He says, "Come on then, I'll show you." So off we go. We walk up the road, and he brings me to this little house. It's a 2-storied house, but it's quite a small little place. And we're standing outside on the footpath watching it like this. She doesn't live there. My mate is, no, man, she does. You wait, you'll see. She does. You wait, you'll see. We're standing there for ages. We don't see anybody. Now me and my mate, we're just standing there. Our eyes start looking around. And we see the property next door. Now on this property there is no house. But what there is are these big, tall plum trees. And the plums are ready. And they're shining bright and red. So me and my mate, we see these plums. So we jump the fence, we climb up the plum trees, and we pick ourselves a feed of plums. We're up there, we're eating them. My mate, he's in one tree, I'm in the other. He calls out to me, "Hey Tim, let's pick some plums and take them to our teacher." I'm like, "Hey, these are not our plums. What's our teacher going to turn up, say if we turn up with plums that don't belong to us? She's not going to be happy." He goes, "Nah, come on, man. She's cool. She won't mind. She'll like it." Okay. So we get these plums. We get out of the plum trees. We get our tops. We push them in like this. We fill it up with plums until we're standing like this. Then we walk to the back of the property. There's a gap in the fence. We go through the fence. Now we're behind her house. We walk up to the back steps. My mate, he goes up the steps, knocks on the door. I'm standing behind him. I haven't gone up the steps. I'm on the grass. I'm thinking to myself, maybe it's a good time to run away. I'm thinking to myself, the teacher probably doesn't live here. In fact, the people that do live here probably own those plum trees. They're not going to be happy. We turn up with plums that belong to them. My mate, he looks at me, he looks back at me. No, man, it's all right. She lives here. She does. It's okay. The door opens. Oh, we hear the footsteps first come through the house. The footsteps come all the way to the back door. The back door opens. It's my teacher. "Good morning, boys." "Morning, miss." "Oh, we brought you some plums." She looks at the plums. She looks at us. "Just wait there." She goes back inside. She comes back with a bowl. "Here, put your plums in here. Put your plums in here." "Thank you, boys. Next time you're up the tree, can you bring me some more?" "Okay." Now this teacher, she changed my life. She changed my life forever. And this is how it happened. One day she walked into the classroom. And in her hand, she has the latest batch of our handwritten stories. And I could tell that she was not happy. She places the stories down on the desk. And then she looks at all of us and she says, "I want more from you. I want more from each and every one of you." She spoke to the girls. "Girls, I don't want any more stories about lemonade rivers, marshmallow trees, ponies. Give me more." She then spoke to us boys. "Boys, I don't want any more stories about war, about guns and tanks. Give me something more." I'm sitting in my desk. I'm looking at my teacher, remembering how much I want to marry her. So I'm thinking to myself, I could write you a story, miss. I know the sort of things you like. I reckon I could write you a story that you'd like. So I get out my pen, or my pencil at the time, and I get to work. And I write this story, a simple story. I write a story about a man taking a walk through a park. Just described him walking down the path, looking at the birds, the trees, the flowers. Talked about him seeing families together having a picnic. Someone walking their dog, an old person feeding ducks at a pond. Just a simple story. My story was finished with the man coming out of the park to where he could see the ocean. Put on my last full stop. Get up from my chair. I'm feeling pretty confident. She's going to like this. I go over to my desk. My teacher's sitting there. She's marking our maths books. She sees me walking over. Oh, just put your story there, please, Timothy. So I put my story there on top of all the other stories. Then I go back to my chair and I sit down and I forget all about it. Because I'm a kid and there's too many other things to think about. At school the next day, my teacher goes up to the front of the class. She looks over at me. Timothy, come up to the front, please. I'm like, what am I in trouble for now? What have I done this time? I'm thinking in my mind as I get up from my chair, I'm thinking, I haven't done anything wrong, have I? What have I done wrong? Because I was always in trouble for something. What have I done now? So I go up to the front. My teacher's standing there, I'm standing behind her. All the kids are looking at me. My teacher reads my story to the class. I'm behind her, I'm thinking, oh, it's that bad that you have to show everybody, eh? An example of what not to write. She reads my story, and after that, she turns and she looks at me, and she goes, Timothy, this is fantastic work. Well done. Excellent. Me, I'm confused. And then she goes, come with me, please. I'm behind her. I'm like, I'll go anywhere with you. My teacher takes me around other classrooms in the school, and my work is read to them as an example of good writing. I was not good at anything at school, and all of a sudden, I'm a writer. And I adored this teacher so much that I believed her. That's what it was. I adored her so much that I believed her. And I have never stopped writing since. That got me right through. It just made a switch in my mind. I'm a writer. And she always spoke of me like that. And the other kids in the classroom started speaking of me like that. Oh, that's Tim. He's good at writing. Bad spelling, atrocious spelling, words around the wrong way. And the year after that, in the next class, my teacher said, you know, Timothy, I could drive a truck between the spaces of the words in your line. You know, she was a nice teacher too, but just the way she said it, she said, you know, bring those words in closer, mate, not that far apart. So, you know, but I loved writing. I just loved it. And yeah, I got right into it. Sadly, I did not get to marry that teacher. One day, me and my mate were up the plum tree, eating plums. And this car comes past. Car slows down. We're watching it. Because that's not our teacher's car. And it turns into her driveway. Goes up her driveway and parks in front of her house. Me and my mate. And then this man gets out. Who's that? I don't know. We get out of the plum trees. We're underneath the plum trees. We're like this. Who's that fella? What's he doing here? Well, he married her. And they moved away. She was at our school for like just over 1 year, I think it was. And then married, left. I was lucky though, because I got to be in her class. And she changed my life forever. Just that moment. Incredible lady. You just never know where it's going to come from. And that was it. Then I was a writer. And so I have not stopped writing. Hi. Just a quick word to say that my books including my latest for children, are available in-store and online. You can find a full list of my books at timtipene.com. If you're enjoying my content, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for your support. Now back to the video.